Hi guys, welcome back to another video. This week we are just going to show you exactly how we do our laundry on the road and keep all of our clothes clean. So obviously a big part of living on the road, traveling full time, is a lot of the daily things that you had to do at home. They come with you and you have to keep doing them as you're traveling. So the washing always still needs to be done. You have to wash up, clean things up, all of those sorts of things. So they do look a little bit different when you're on the road, and we had to find a way that worked for us. So we're going to share that with you. There's a few alternatives and different ways that people choose to do their washing for their laundry as they travel. The main options are: one, laundromat, which is a very common thing, a lot of people use them. Two, having your own washing machine, so if you have a bigger setup and you can have space for your own washing machine, bringing that with you. And three, some other portable way to wash your clothes, more like hand washing, that sort of stuff. Some people use buckets and plungers, some people use the little spinny, they're sort of like a little mini plastic washing machine where you rotate the clothes. And what we found that works best for us is a scrubber bag. So as we are traveling full time for an indefinite period, we wanted to find a way to wash our clothes that was pretty easy no matter where we were, plus something, you know, pretty cost effective, because we're not working as we travel, we don't really plan to do it much, so we wanted something that wasn't going to be super expensive. Traveling to different parts of Australia, water can be quite scarce as well and hard to come by, so the option that we've found works really well for all of those things, saves water, is really cost effective and can be used over and over again. So basically every day we wash our clothes. The scrubber bag is a pretty sort of small size, and it only fits, you know, a few shirts, shorts, that sort of thing. So we're constantly washing in little amounts. So basically what we do is when we have dirty clothes, they go in here, and then we keep this bag in the back of our car, in our dirty gear bag that we have on the back. That just keeps our dirty clothes separate from everything inside the car, and also this is waterproof, so if they are dirty or wet or muddy or anything like that, it's completely contained. So once we want to actually wash something, we will get some water from either a camp that we're at, or like a public toilets or a park or something, depending where we are. We'll put some water in with some detergent, do it up, and then we just chuck it back in that dirty gear bag. So usually as we're traveling to a different site or a different town, we've got a little bit of time where we're in the car and the car's obviously moving around. So the scrubber bag full of clothes and detergent and water is actually moving around as we're traveling, agitating and getting through and soaking that into the clothes a little bit. Then once we pull up and we're somewhere that we are going to be staying sort of into the afternoon, we will tie up a clothesline, rinse the clothes out and squeeze the water out and hang them all up to dry. We carry water with us and usually just use our gravity water tank. It doesn't use too much water at all, and we do, when possible, or if the clothes are quite dirty, try to use warm water when we can. We don't carry a clothesline as such, we carry paracord, and Chris ties up a clothesline wherever we are. It could be from the car to a tree, between two trees, basically anywhere, and that's worked really well for us. It's something that's really light and easy to carry and can be used for many different purposes. Before we left, Chris had actually done a little bit of research into different knots that would be handy for different purposes as we travel, and one that's come in handy time and time again is the taut line hitch. It's just a really simple knot where you can adjust the length of the rope, and it's really easy to untie as well. So we use that for our clothesline. It's pretty easy to do. Well, Chris ties it all, but I've tried a couple of times. You only have to do it a few times and you get the hang of it, and it's really handy. And then that sort of doesn't really matter how long your clothesline is, you can sort of make it work most of the time. We've got a mini little dry bag that we keep our pegs in. It's just a really easy way to contain them, and then we can just hang the peg bag on the clothesline as we hang things up. Just keeps it all contained, and we have that in the dirty gear bag as well. As you can see, it's dirty. So once we've washed and rinsed the clothes, we try and squeeze absolutely all the water out as much as we can before we hang them up, and that just means that drying time is just that much quicker. Usually we have a pretty easy time drying the clothes. It's just if it's really cold or wet is when we have a bit of trouble. Pretty happy with how the Scrubba Bag actually washes and how clean the clothes feel and smell after a proper wash. Once we've got the clothes hung out, we will hang our Scrubba Bag to dry itself just over our antenna on the car. That is how we wash our clothes on the road. It's how we make it work for us and use it with the setup and stuff that we have and travel with. Like we said, it works really well because we don't have a very big setup. Space is at a minimum. We've got somewhere to store our dirty clothes and an easy way to wash them and dry them on the clothesline.
Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Bye. What's that?
This is our washing machine.
I can hardly see what I'm doing. This is going to be so heavy. Oh, that's heavy. My arms are getting tired.
It's hard work?
Yeah.
Do you think you'd like to wash your clothes like that every day?
Yeah.
Hang these socks up.
I can't reach.
How about now?
How about you keep holding it?
Put the bag like that on top of this.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay, so you first have to is that what you have to do?
Yeah. Ready?
She doesn't have the bag.
Oh, you need the bag.
I think